In this video, let's explore the key points regarding India's export to Russia, whether it is a boom or a bubble. The recent surge in India's export to Russia paints a complex picture marked by both potentials and pitfalls. This growth, driven by a doubling of engineering goods shipment to $1 million in 2023, is largely fueled by weak demand in key markets like Europe and the US. However, beneath the headline numbers lies a more nuanced reality. While India's exports are rising, they only cater to a minuscule portion of Russia's burgeoning demand for engineering goods. The lack of smooth payment mechanism, despite attempts at rupee trade, remains a significant hurdle. Talks have stalled, and some banks remain hesitant, restricting transaction volume. This leaves China in the driver's seat, with its trade with Russia skyrocketing to a record of $200 billion, primarily conducted in yuan and ruble. Although engineering goods dominate the India-Russia export story, other sectors are witnessing growths. Pharmaceuticals and chemicals have also seen sharp gains, reflecting Russia's need to diversify its import sources in the face of Western sanctions. This diversification presents an opportunity for India to expand its footprint beyond just engineering products. The global trade slowdown in 2023, with the 2 trillion decline, cast a shadow over India's exports hope. Additionally, logistical challenges like the disrupted Red Sea route, container shortages, and rising shipping costs threaten to impede further growth. While the current trend suggests potential for further growth in India's export to Russia, several factors cloud the future. The sustainability of Russia's economic rebound, the evolution of payment mechanism, and the resolution of logistical challenges will all play a crucial role. Additionally, the geopolitical landscape remains volatile, and further sanctions or counter-sanctions could disrupt trade flows. India's foray into exporting Russia presents a strategic opportunity to fill a gap created by the Western sanctions. However, navigating this path requires a careful consideration of the inherent challenges and uncertainties. Building a robust payment mechanism, diversifying the export basket, and mitigating logistical hurdles will be critical for India to capitalize on this opportunity and establish a sustainable trade relationship with Russia. Let's break down this particular international affairs into bullet points for easy understanding. Rising exports to Russia. India exports of machine, auto parts, steel, aluminum products, IC engines, pumps, and other engineering goods to Russia have surged. Outbound shipment in the engineering goods category doubled in 2023, crossing a record of $1 billion mark. Demand remains weak in key markets like Europe and the US, where India's exports in the engineering goods category declined over 10% last year. Despite economic sanction on Russia, the output of Russian industries supplying goods to its military has surged due to the ongoing war in Ukraine. Lack of smooth payment mechanism hampers India's ability to fully capture the rising demand from Russia. Talks between India and Russia to settle bilateral trade in rupees were suspended last year due to trade imbalances. Exporters anticipate a significant jump in export to Russia by the end of the financial year, possibly by 100 to 120% compared to financial year 2022. India's total export to Russia in 2023 surged by 40% to cross the $4 billion mark, which is largely driven by the engineering goods. In contrast, India's engineering goods exports to Europe and the US declined last year. Global trade declined by $2 trillion in 2023. Russia's annual growth accelerated to 5.5% in the third quarter of 2023, exceeding economists' expectation. Closer trade ties with China and India have emerged amid the collapse of Moscow's trade with the West and the Ukraine. Russia redirected bulk of its oil export to China and India after the imposition of these sanctions by the West. Disruption in the Red Sea route and container shortages may impact exports in 2024. Shipping lines are raising prices and adding extra charges, leading to lower profit margins for exporters and concerns about future exports.